Good morning everybody and welcome to Golf Drills for the Lounge. Well, today it's -4 outside, the wind is rattling on the shutters in the swing studio here, and the first green is still completely under snow where it stays permanently in the shade at this time of year. So you're definitely not missing out on outdoor golf today, but you can still get yourself ready for our return, which I think is hopefully only going to be in 3 or 4 weeks maximum. I feel like it takes me 3 months to get my game in shape, ready to start playing well. You've only got 4 weeks left, so let's get cracking and see what we can do in the lounge to get our bodies ready. So I've got one key fundamental in putting today, which I think can really help consistency, and that is the way you position the club in your left hand. Now, a lot of people, if you putt the normal way around without thinking about it, just put their normal left hand grip that they would use for full shots on the golf club. I'm going to come in close and really show you this. When it's a normal grip, it's very low down in the hand like this so that it sits underneath the back pad of this left hand. But the problem is with this is that this allows the hand and wrist to get in a naturally lower position, and it allows the wrist, if it breaks down, to rotate. So you can see the club face starts to twist, really creates a sort of a circle type action. So if you were to break your wrists down, you can see that would twist the putter head left very quickly. So what most of the top players do is they grip very, very high up in the left hand for putting, right up through the middle of the palm like that, so that you can see you end up with this almost this big gap in the back of the hand here, because it's only the side of the fingertips on the side of the putter grip here. That puts the wrists in a naturally higher position. But if the wrists were to break down incorrectly now, you can see how much the putter head still stays at the target. So it's going that way rather than rotating. So give it a try. It's going to put your left wrist in a naturally higher position, which means that you probably won't have to bend over as far from the hips before your putter head hits the ground. So if you sometimes get trouble with a bit of ache in your lower back when you're putting, this is going to be a more comfortable position. You're not bent over so far. But remember, if you get that ache, it's back to your hamstring stretches, and that helps you to bend over better without getting the ache. There. And it gets you to feel that firmness now in the back of the left wrist, that you can start to drive the left wrist and the left hand at the hole to keep the triangle as one without that breaking down. But if it does break down, the putter head stays squarer. So that's a really good one for you to try, and then to start to get comfortable within the lounge so you feel confident with it once you get out onto the greens. Now, the other thing I just want to give you today for putting is a bit of a fun drill just for you to try. It's a bit of a weird one, this, but it gives an incredible sensation of what you could achieve through training with your putter. And what we always want is not to let the backswing get too long, and to have lovely smooth acceleration through the ball. So what I want you to do is I want you to put your left foot forward and put the putter head on the inside of your left foot, or you can just put it inside a door frame so you've got something to squeeze it into. Now you're going to put your right hand on your left forearm, and you are going to try and pull your left hand as hard towards the target as you can, to try and so much so that you're trying to put a bend into that putter shaft with the putter head behind your foot or behind the door frame. If you can't quite manage it like that with your right hand on there, then put your right hand on the grip. But the main thing is you don't want to be pushing from the right hand, you want to be pulling from the left. And you're going to just try and keep that bend in the putter shaft as much as you possibly can, really, really pulling as firmly as you can, and you're going to hold this position for about 1 minute. Really hard work, okay? And then once your 1 minute is up, what you're going to do is you're going to put your right hand on the grip, you're going to set up as quickly as you possibly can behind this ball here, and you're going to make a normal putting stroke. So here we go, in pulling, right, here we go. Now you can't see it, but I could feel it, and you will feel it when you try this drill. Because you've been pulling so hard towards the target for about a minute, When you put the putter head behind the ball, it almost wants to do that straight away. It feels really hard to make a backswing, so therefore you're able to make a very short, controlled backswing rather than one that gets too long. And then on the way through, you really feel this working on its way through. Just as I said that if you do this drill a lot at home in your lounge, this really trains up the back of the left hand to pull through with the putter face and stops you flicking and scooping and stops those wrists from breaking down. So it's a bit of a fun drill this, but it does give you some fantastic sensations. Give it a go, see how it feels. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.